Thank you for watching our video for Pro Metal Buildings and the assembly of a 30-foot wide, 40-foot deep, 14-foot sidewall height, completely enclosed garage. This is our residential style building. The roof is going to be vertical. Sides are all going to be attached horizontally. We have a 12 by 12 commercial roll-up door and then another door that's going to be a special order. So as you can see, the building's ends are already installed, and this is the truss system. And as you can see on the center, on this 30 wide, there's some additional bracing that comes down on each truss. You lose about 2 feet of that from the peak down. So if you have 14-foot eaves, the bottom of that piece will be about 16 feet, and then it just goes up from there. And these are just the base rail and then the uprights. This building was installed in an area where it is 4 foot on center. And then of course, if you look, you'll see 2 headers where there's no legs, and that's where the doors are going to be installed. And again, we're going to have a 12 by 12 roll-up door and a 16 wide special order door that will be installed later. This is just the guys putting on that sheet metal. As you can see, it's a little dark, but you can see that the ribs of the sheet metal are running vertically, so from the peak down. This will allow any water or snow to kind of naturally glide off. A lot of people ask in regards to installing gutters. This is a good style for that. Not only are you directing the water or the snow, but it also is a stronger building because there are some additional supports on the roof that they have to make in order to attach the sheet metal. And as you can see, these guys work super hard. Good hard workers when they come out to install your building. I think you'll be pretty amazed. Sometimes it's a long time to get out there, but once they're out there and they're putting this together, most people are pretty amazed at their hard work and their efficiency of working together. And again, this is the framing of the roof. Kind of see the purlins are running lengthwise to the trusses. So that allows for additional frame again on the roof, making it stronger. Here's a front view of where those doors are going to be and what that header looks like. We have to eliminate the legs in order to put in a door in those spots. So that gives you a good view of what that front header will look like. Here they have just about all of the roof put up. And there is the finished roof. And again, another view of those headers in the front. And it looks like they're just doing some finishing pieces on the roof and trim. This is the trim that we put around the roof and on the sides. We call it an L trim. We also have a J trim, and that's what frames out windows and doors. And here's some more finishing touches on the back wall. This is important to watch because a lot of times folks ask us about space, and this is why we like to have at least 3 feet of space in order to sheet a particular wall, because they need ladder space and body space and drill space. And as you can see, it can be a little tricky if there's not that much space to work around. And as you're watching them put the sheet metal up, you can see that this sheet metal runs horizontally, opposite direction of the roof. You would want to go vertical if you just like the look. It is a stronger building on the sides as well, because we're going to attach purlins in order to have more framing to turn that sheet metal the opposite direction. Some people just like the look, but if you're also in a high snow area, it will make the sides and ends stronger too if you go with an all vertical building. Here they're doing some custom work, so he's just cutting some pieces out that are going to be slightly different. I believe he's going to frame around the headers in the front. And here's that custom sheet metal that they're going to put down the legs to cover that up. Again, they all work together. Usually there's 2, 3, or 4 guys on any one crew. This is a fairly large building, so 3 guys on this crew. And this particular project took a couple days to complete. And now they're just making sure that everything is level here, and that when they do put the screws in, that they get them on the legs and don't miss the legs, and make sure that they try to even up the screws as they're going down the building. And again, here's some more custom work to frame around the header. The 12 by 12 roll-up door is going to go in the place here. This is a big commercial door. The 12 by 12s, anything 12 foot wide, is going to be a commercial door typically. With the commercial doors, they roll and lock from the inside, which is why you always have to have a man door that will accompany big, large industrial doors as a way of getting in and out of your building, because they do lock on the inside. Here they're eliminating the base rail. That's because the big 12 by 12 roll-up door is going to come down and meet the concrete. And they're just framing one of the walk doors on the back wall. It's really starting to look like a completed and finished building as they continue to put the additional pieces on the back, continue to frame everything in, and then do some final touches on the installation of the doors. Here's the walk door, and as you can see, they open to the outside. Also another common question. And this is more finishing pieces of trim. And as you can see with the eave, there's about a 6-inch overhang on both sides of your eaves. These doors are going on the eave side wall and not the gabled end. So we had to be 14 feet tall on this building in order to put a 12-foot tall roll-up door on that eave side wall. We always need to be 2 feet taller on the side for the door, whatever your door size is. So here we use some scrap metal to enclose that one header, because it's a special order door that's not in yet. So they just use scrap metal to cover it up. On something this tall, and especially with these big doors, a telescopic forklift is needed. We typically ask the customer to provide that if in fact you have a big industrial type building and large doors. So they're now in the process of installing this large door. These roll into themselves. They're like a big canister. That's important because, and why we ask you to be a little taller, so that as they do continue to roll up, they would not hit your trusses up above, which is why we need that extra room. And here they are just putting some final touches on that roll-up door. And if you see to the right, you see the multicolored panels. those are just scrap metal pieces that, again, covered up that one header until we get that second door in there that was a special order. And here is the completed building. Residential style, vertical roof, horizontal sides, 30 by 40, 14-foot sidewall height. Thank you for watching, and feel free to contact us at prometalbuildings.com, where you can visit our 3D estimator online and build the building of your dreams.